What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in today's video, we are going to be covering all of the brand new news that came out yesterday on One Piece Treasure Cruise Global. Now, this involves the stuff that Yoshi was talking about in the 11.2.2 update in his producer video. If you guys haven't seen my reaction to that producer video, make sure to go ahead and do that. But yeah, in this video, we're going to have a look at the version update, have a look at what's actually going to be arriving on December 19th. But before we jump into the infographics that they have for us, if we go to the important tab here, it gives us a little bit more of vague information that we can have a look at. It does say here that the maintenance is going to be starting on December 19th at 10 AM PST time and go to 1900 PST time. This type of maintenance period is a little different from what Global has seen, where they're going to be starting the maintenance a lot earlier on in the day, and it's going to go up until news time. So when news time hits, everything should be up. Now, of course, we say should be active. There's definitely like the opportunity and the chance that this could be a delayed maintenance. I wouldn't be surprised at this point, considering how much stuff is being pushed into Global with this update. I don't know if 9 hours is enough, but hopefully it is, and when news time hits, we can just log in and have all of the stuff open to us. And that includes not only this new update, but also 2 brand new Sugo Fests. I believe, going by Yoshi's video, the special Sugo Fest, where you could pull the Halloween units, Dofi, Katakuri Superclass units, CP0 Lucci, that banner should be active after this maintenance, as well as the Kaido Kizuna Clash Sugo Fest with, the Kaido crew character. Those 2 should be active after this maintenance period, so it's going to be pretty big, and we'll definitely be live streaming it, so stay tuned for that one. But in terms of the actual update of what's coming to the game, we can have a look at this list here. We can see version 11.2.2 update details. First of all, it says added new features for characters. Okay, fair enough. Most likely talking about Superclass, but we'll have a look and see. It also adds the Pirate Alliance chat. Again, we'll go through all of this in a little moment. We have the added reserved ability unlock feature, the added power-up batch selection, and the added power-up animation skip. Love all of these updates. The capacity has also been increased for your limit break materials, meaning that you can now exceed the standing, 999 materials per item can go up to 9,999 now, which is a huge update. That's really, really good. Really happy that that is a thing now. We also have the Kizuna Clash, Kizuna Exchange menu improvement. I believe this is talking about the fact that instead of spending 10 tickets per time for your Kizuna Clash, you actually can spend 100 tickets per time now, which is such a huge update. I love the fact that that's a thing. That's so good. We've also added the pirate level achievement packs. So that is, I believe, referring to the shop. In the shop, there's going to be some packs, and depending on what pirate level you're at, you'll be able to purchase them, and they give you gems and other materials. I don't think like it's super amazing. I can't remember off the top of my head if they were like actually worth picking up, but I guess we'll kind of review it once it all comes out, and we'll talk about it later on. But we also have the added power-up evolution limit break guidance pop-up menu. This specific one we'll talk about later as well, but this is a nice change. We also have the added Pirate Rumble UI adjustments. When I saw this on the list, I was a bit perplexed because I actually don't know what this is referring to. I don't know if Japan also had this, but this is interesting. I like that Pirate Rumble is kind of getting shaken up in terms of its UI. Maybe they're just going to slightly improve some of them. Not really too sure what that's exactly about. It also says voice volume adjustments. Again, like that's a pretty weird one. And then we've also got other minor fixes. The app icon has been updated and adjusted existing features. So there is a lot coming in this version 11.2.2 update, and then of course we can go ahead over to the information version update, and it gives us a little bit more details as to what's coming up. And the first thing that we see here is the new Superclass feature. I love this feature. If you guys know exactly how it works, you guys would already know, of course, but for those who don't know what Superclass is, I'm sure many people out there already know what a super typing is, but Superclass is slightly different in the fact that it activates the same way as a super type unit, but instead of boosting your color affinity via accessing super type, you actually get a stat boost instead. So normally with super typing, your color affinity of that character would increase by 1.25. With super classes, in my opinion, it's better because you actually get a straight up 1.2 base stat boost to that character. And a character can have up to 2 superclasses, right? So a driven and a powerhouse character, if you have 2 characters that can activate a superclass for driven and a superclass for powerhouse, a character with both of those classes gets both the 1.2 stat boost from both of the superclasses being active. It's an incredible feature that definitely is going to be interesting moving forward into the future. And obviously they're highlighting here the brand new Superclass Katakuri, which is going to debut on December 19th after the maintenance period. And just like a super type effect, it actually will activate a certain special ability when you activate it. So not only are you getting a base stat boost, you're also getting an additional effect very similar to a super type special. It's a really nice effect. And next we have a really cool feature, the improved character power-up screen. What this new feature is basically about, in this instance here, they've got Final Tap Luffy, and you can see he's the unevolved version of Luffy, but you can see that all of his potential abilities are currently active. They're not technically active, but they're available in a sense. What it means is you can feed tablets to Luffy, or you can feed duplicates to Luffy, and you can max out all of his abilities. You don't need to have him max limit broken to level up these abilities now. And same when a character evolves, they get access to additional socket spots, or when they limit break, they get access to additional socket spots. And now with this new feature, you can max them all out and not have to worry about, you know, getting all the limit break materials for a character first, limit breaking them, and then feeding the dupes, which is a really great addition, especially for newer players, because newer players are not going to have accessibility to limit break as soon as they start an account. But now if you pull duplicates, or if you have tablets, you can feed them whenever you want. It just means that the character abilities are not going to be active until you limit break them or evolve them or whatever it is you need to do. But it means that if you have the dupes and you want to spend them straight away, you are able to do it, which is so good. And then to kind of extend from that, you can actually choose which potential ability your tablet or duplicate character goes into. So if you have a dupe Final Tap character, you don't have to max your other ones first and then feed your dupe to guarantee it to go into the Final Tap ability. Now, when you feed any character that is a duplicate, you can choose which potential abilities get activated, which is an amazing update as well. Again, just helping out people get rid of the duplicates sitting in their box. Such a huge update. Again, furthering from the power-up screen, we can now select certain items up to 50 at a time. This is a specific update that I really like because socketing characters is not the most fun thing to do in the world, and as a player that plays pretty heavily, we typically have a lot of socket tomes, just regular generic ones, and it takes a lot of them to actually get them completely maxed out. And of course, we do have the very specific tomes for each ability, but personally speaking, I like to use my generic ones first, and then towards the end, when I only need 1 or 2 of a certain ability, I'll feed the specific tomes. But now that we have this update, you can just feed 50 generic tomes to a character. It'll go +5 in every single ability, and you can choose which ones you want to activate straight away. That's one example as why this update's so good. Additionally, the rumble scrolls. When you feed rumble scrolls to a character, it's very annoying when you want to get rid of those really small bronze scrolls because they don't give much EXP, and you can only feed 10 at a time naturally. But now with 50 at a time, you can select one of them, feed 50 at a time, and you get so much EXP just by doing that, and it makes it just more streamlined process, right? So, you know, those 2 examples are the main reasons as to why this new functionality is going to be awesome for every player in the game. And then furthering on once again from this power-up screen, we have a new functionality where as soon as you max level a character, it's going to give you a prompt to immediately evolve that character, and then vice versa. If you immediately evolve a character, they're going to give you a prompt if you want to level up that character. Just makes switching from power-up to evolution a seamless process. This update's also bringing along a chat function in your Pirate Alliance, so this is going to be great to communicate with all of your members of your alliance. I know that for some, you know, hardcore alliances, we have our own Discord groups or Discord servers even dedicated to Pirate Alliance in One Piece Treasure Cruise, but for those players that are playing a little bit more casually, this is going to be a nice functionality for you, enabling you to communicate with your alliance, ensuring that you guys can formulate your teams for upcoming Kizuna clashes or whatever event comes out at the time. I think this is a great feature, and honestly kind of surprised it wasn't in there from the get-go, but hey, at least they're moving forward with it, which I really do enjoy. And then for those people out there that like to add a bit of flair to their messages, you actually will get access to these stamps that you can use in your chat. I believe that the stamps are actually earned through the game. I'm not 100% certain about that, but it's nice to see. And now I know a lot of people were excited about this particular function when it was announced, but now you can select which character in a duel unit that you start the match with. This is a pretty interesting effect because, as we know, in the current age of super swaps, when you activate a super swap, you actually are always guaranteed to be on that same character that you swap into every single time. Like a good example of this is Sabo and Ace. With their super swap, every time you activate their first activation of a super swap, you're always guaranteed to be in the Sabo form. But there are instances where you wish you were in the Ace form instead to get the color affinity of a blue character comparatively to a green character. But now you can change which character you start off as, meaning that your super swap will change. Normally when you use Ace and Sabo, you start as Ace and the super swap on first activation will be Sabo, but you can start as Sabo and your first activation of super swap will be Ace instead. This is a great function moving forward, and I mean, this is one that a lot of people have been asking for a long time, and I'm really glad that they've finally implemented it. This is such a good update. And then it does mention down the bottom here, some other minor additions is the 100 try, the 100 ticket exchange from Kizuna Clash, and the expanded inventory of guiding stones, limit break materials, as we already had established. Just reading some of this other additional information at the bottom, this last dot point says, characters with an evolution tree of 2 or more different evolution branches will not be able to reserve ability unlocks. This is very interesting. So if you got a character that can actually branch into multiple evolutions, you got to be very, very careful about that. We will not be able to reserve those because I guess it might be a little bit too difficult to transfer abilities to multiple different characters at once. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but just keeping it, you know, putting it on the board there, that is something that is going to be active. And then the final little information here, I got completely incorrect. Before I said that the limit break materials would only stack until 9,999. Definitely incorrect there, because it's actually 99,999. I mean, no one's going to be stacking up to that, but hey, it's nice that the feature is there. That's nice either way. And with that, that is going to conclude today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys are excited as I am for this amazing new update. I cannot wait for it to go live, and of course, when it is going to go live, I will be live streaming to not only break down this update, but also to do polls on the 2 amazing banners that are going to be debuting in the game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video today, and if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.